All right, ladies and gentlemen, in order to be successful for today's instruction, you need to have your focus and your study guide out in front of you. We're going to fill in a ton of stuff today. I hope that sounds good to you. If it doesn't, I don't really care, but here we are. All right. You do not have boards today. I'm not really sure why, but you don't. It's fine, I guess. So you do have a test tomorrow, 25 questions, multiple choice. I may or may not have it in front of me and be referencing it throughout the day. So if I'm telling you things, should you probably write them down? Yes. Because I will say my instruction this week has not been very cohesive, nor my best, because I hate this stuff so much. It's not a very mature answer, Nina. I'm aware. However, it's facts. All right, here we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to focus on your focus today. So let's fill in your focus today. So if you turn to number 3 on your focus, which is at the bottom, let's start there, and then we'll fill in all the stuff on the back. So for number 3, for Rorschach ink blot test, you should have type of assessment is projective. Okay, it is a projective test, most likely used by psychoanalysts, of course. Unique characteristic of that test is that it has 10 ink blots or non-images. Ten ink blots or non-images. Okay, and then describe the test. Honestly, I would just draw a picture of an ink blot. I hope you enjoyed my ink blot, didn't you?
Oh, it's not as good.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's really great. I would just draw an ink blot. You don't really need to see mine. So I guess it's better than whatever you're looking at, though. All right. So you need ink blot. I would just draw an ink blot. There you go. Kind of looks like lungs with something dying in between it. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. There you go. That's an ink blot. Okay, so thematic apperception is also a projective test. It's a projective test used by psychoanalysts. Okay, it has 20 images of people interacting in vague situations. So it's not like a picture of a little kid blowing out a birthday cake when you'd be like, it's a little kid blowing out a picture of like blowing out a birthday cake. So in this picture, I would draw oh no. Things have gone off. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Oh my god, could this be the greatest artwork I've ever made? Oh, I ruined it with the hair. Shit. Uh-oh, those knees are a little too sharp. Oh no. Oh no, what happened? Oh no. Yeah! That's pretty good!
What is? I don't know what Oh, it's a vague situation.
I don't think it's that big. I think you just drew a situation.
Oh. Type of assessment for direct observation. It is naturalistic. No, I want behaviorist. You're right. Behavior. It's most likely used by behaviorists. Did we do this yesterday? Sort of. Some of them? Oh, okay, we jumped around a little bit. Unique characteristics of the test. Hold on just a moment, please. It is similar to naturalistic observation. What are you laughing at? I hate you so much. Whatever it is. Huh? I suck too. Is that what you just said? Nothing. Alright, so direct observation, similar to naturalistic observation. Describe the test when a professional watches for specific behaviors, specific measurable behaviors. Rating scales, it's a behavior assessment. It's used by behaviorists. Okay, unique, typically 1 to 5 ratings. And describe the test. Looks at intensity and varying amounts of focus. Perfect. Frequency counts. It's a behavior test used by behaviorists. Unique to the test. Unique. It counts how much a person does something. Does something. Describe the test. Every time you stand up, it gets counted. I don't know. Done. Nice Rorschach. Nice picture. All right, 16 PF. Did we have a little bit of that one? It's all trait theorists, so we can easily make our lives better. Trait theorists. It's a trait. This first column.
Personality.
Yeah, I got confused. Okay. Trait theorist. This is personality inventory. Okay, and then you can just draw it down. Don't go all the way to interview though. That would be bad. All right, 16 PF has 16. I just want to make sure I'm doing my columns right. It's unique. Since all of you are sitting back there super judgy today. And unique and describe. Okay, so unique. It has 16 types of scales that looks at strength of specific traits. Describe, when you look at 16 PF, I just want to see if there's a test question on it. Stop looking so closely. I see you. And no, perfect. So, describe the test. It's either are you, it uses a rating scale. That's all you really need to know. It uses a rating scale. All right, NeoPi. How exciting. It is based on the 5-factor model. It is used to diagnose drug addicts, okay, and there is something else about it that I need to make sure you know for tomorrow. NeoPi, where are you? And that's all you need to know. And it is looks at Ocean, CEAN, which is openness, conscientiousness, neuroticism is the last one. Huh? Extroversion. And what's the other one? Agreeableness. There you go. So it's openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. MBTI, I do want you to know it's known as the Myers-Briggs type indicator. It's used to compare people. Breaks people into 4 categories, which are artisan, guardian, theorist, and rational. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there's a terrible book series based on it. And some movies, too. Divergent, yeah.
The books are better.
Yeah. Sure. So the Myers-Briggs type indicator is used to compare people, breaks people into 4 categories: artisans, guardians, theorists, and rational people. And let me see if there is anything else you need to know. Is that okay with you people?
Wait,
What?
so it's after, like, Jung's collective unconscious, right? Is this that one?
Yeah.
I don't get how they're connected. Is it saying, like,
These 4 things, everyone is one of these 4 people. It's like Freud's. They're all kind of similar, but a little bit different. Same with Jung. Okay? Like, I don't know if you like to cook, but all of your... Shut up. I'm just trying to come up with something. Like, you can make different dishes, but they all kind of have the similar kind of flair to it. Like, if you like French food, that's your favorite thing to make, all of your dishes probably have a French flair to it. Does that make sense? If you're like a Cajun girl, this is a very weird example, but I'm walking it through. Then most of your dishes have like that strong seasoning and stuff like that. And I don't know where that came from, but here we are. It is the most commonly used personality inventory. Okay, and it compares people. Perfect. We've got it. EPQ, which is also known as the Eysenck Personality Test. And for the EPQ, you need to know it simply exists. Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay. It also breaks people into 4 categories. Which is also artisan, guardian, I know, because it's based off of it, theorist, and rational. Okay. However, it gets rid of some of the other BS kind of crap to it. It is not popular. Okay. Kiersey. Breaks people down. To 6 categories. It is popular to use in business settings. That didn't make any sense. My husband's company uses the Kiersey temperament sorter. So when you apply for a job, you have to sit there and do like an hour test online, and it adopts a lot of the Kiersey temperament sorter, and it tells you what kind of person you are. And they only hire, like Target only hires a specific person to work at Target, which if you've ever applied at Target, it takes forever to do the application because they're looking for just a specific person according to the Kiersey temperament sorter. All right. CPI is going to be do you see why I hate this crap so much? Huh? Oh. All right. So your CPI, it breaks people down to 8 options. The test is super long. And very expensive. However, it's very reliable. However, because it takes super long time, it's very expensive. How often is it used? Not very often.
How expensive is
For every, I think it's like $300 to proctor it. Yeah, it's a lot of money. Okay. MMPI 2 is going to be used to used to diagnose disorders. Okay. Uses 4 axes. To pinpoint disordered thinking, which we're going to spend way more time talking about this, so we don't need to know too much about it. Perfect. Interview. Huh? Yes, it can. Oh, also, I do want to write one more thing in here for rating scales. Does not assess source of complications. Does not assess source of complications. You need to know it's the MMPI 2. You need to know it's the most reliable, because obviously, if it's used to sort disorders, it's most reliable. Okay, it's most reliable, and it's the most used. I know we have Myers-Briggs. This is the most used to compare people. Okay, so it's the most commonly used personality inventory to compare individuals. And I'm writing that down. To compare individuals. Myers-Briggs. And then you have MMPI 2. It's the most used because it's used to diagnose. So there's a little bit of a distinction there. Interviews, this is very hard and very high level. They're used by everyone. What's the second column? Most like type of everyone can't go in the first column. Shit. Type of assessment. Data collection. I don't know. Data collection. So unique about it. So we'll do pros in this column, because you need to know pros, and then we'll do cons in this column. How's that? So pros are. Is someone at my door?
No, they were better.
Oh. Pros are natural flow. So if someone says something interesting, what can you immediately do? Ask a question. That's pretty cool. And then the cons. Here are your cons. You have halo effect. Bias of self-reporting. Do we always want to make ourselves look bad? No, we want to make ourselves look good. So do we always tell our truths? Hell no. We have interviewer bias. And then we have answers are then interpreted. Every single person knows what that feels like when you say something and then someone takes it out of context. And you're like, that's not what I meant. Did you say it? Well, yeah, that's what I meant. All right, so personality inventories. What are the advantages? Advantages of personality inventories, because it has to be a full and complete sentences, you savages. Some of you don't do that. Inventories. Advantages of personality inventories is that they are all standardized.
Does that say answers interrupted or interpreted?
Interpreted. Okay, that they are all standardized, which means people can be compared. People can be compared. Okay. The downside to personality inventories is that there are biases to interpretation of results relying on self-reporting, because not everyone speaks their truth, and most people answer socially appropriate answers. Answer using only socially appropriate answers. There you go. I didn't help you? I was trying to be helpful. What's up, Olivia?
Maybe you can do number 1.
Sure.
It was in the first book, but it didn't really
No, that's good because I wanted to mention it because I have something for it. Okay, so explain the role of behavioral genetics and how twin and adoption studies are used to demonstrate a connection. What are the findings? Okay. Twin studies. Works better if you can see it. Twin studies show that most traits have a genetic component like empathy, intelligence, aggressiveness. You should meet my mother. She's very aggressive as well. And leadership abilities. However, antagonism is not genetically dependent. It just means like antagonism, like antagonist, like kind of like how confrontational you are to a degree. Okay. All right. There you go. Explain the role of behavior genetics and how twin adoptions. Twin studies allow us to examine both behavior and genetics at the same time. At the same time, because of their deep similarities. You do know I'm not doing this for my own health, right? Cool. It's called writing. What? I can. All right, Hofstede. Now, do you want me to go over that one?
Yes.
Okay, so first one is individual / collectivism. Individual, they have loose ties with people and look out for themselves. Look out for themselves and immediate family. Only, immediate family only. They prize autonomy, change, youth, and equality. These create high values. If you can't read my handwriting, people, you would die in AP World. Collectivism. Collective is deeply tied to extended family. Care of family is placed before individual. Tradition, respect, group security, and duty are high value. Okay, then you have power distance. Which is the belief that power rests with the few, not the masses. And that is accepted. By the whole. High power distance is Mexico, Arabia, Saudi Arabia. I don't know why I would write Arabia. India. Low, which means we don't really believe this, is Austria, UK, and US. Those are the big ones you need to know. And then, of course, you have masculinity versus femininity. Looks at the strength. Looks at the strength, and then you have uncertainty avoidance. Miss Bennett. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. She'll stay around. Okay. Looks at the strength of a nation with others against other nations. And then you have uncertainty avoidance. And that is how much stability a country has. There you go. All right. Let me just look, make sure we're good. No. Oh, I do want you to know that it is Hofstede. You should know that this is Hofstede. Because tomorrow they just reference Hofstede on the test, and you have to know it's that.
Same fruit.
Huh? Yeah.
Wait, Hofstede
Hofstede is the name of the dude.
with a T. Is that
Yeah.
what you're saying?
I just want you to know his name because they say according to Hofstede, and you have to know who Hofstede is. What? I can. Sorry. I was just trying to look at your test to make sure I got everything, you know? Just trying to help you out. All right.
Will you do validity scales and emotional reactions?
Where?
Like,
Oh, fine. All right. So on your study guide, which ones did I not do?
Like all of them.
Sensing, intuition.
Oh, on the front.
On the back.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a turd.
I would have rather had you done the focus thing.
Oh. I'm trying to help.
No, I know, I'm
I'm just
saying-
trying to make sure I have everything done over here that I want to.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm glad that you did the focus rather than
Yeah.
these.
Okay. Cool. I got done what I had to. All right. I'm coming back for these. I just have them on here, and it's easier for me if I do this, okay? I know. It's been off all day. People keep telling me that.
It was off the past couple days also.
All right. So when we talk about sensing, sensing is how well people pick up on other people's emotions. Sensing is picking up. I assume you want to see what I'm writing. Picking up on other people's emotions. Intuition is understanding your own thoughts and emotions. When you talk about thinkers, these are people who process big picture thoughts. For instance, these are the people who like theorize about like the meaning of life. Is the meaning of life to love? What is it? I mean, I don't have the answer. I don't know. I'm not a thinker. This is not me. Like, I don't sit there and just be like, oh my God, what is that? Huh? Yeah, like philosophers, like, I mean, they're important to have, but I don't care. Emotional reactions, okay, is how well or controlled one responds to their personal emotional state. Perceiving is how we understand varying amounts of information with clarity and mastery. Judging is something I'm really good at. Judging is evaluating the value or depth of others. Your girl helped, right?
Can you write validity skills real quick?
Validity scales is the scoring of personality tests Personality inventories. It's a scoring system. That's all. That's all you need to know.
Evaluating the value or what of others?
That. See ya.
Wait,
Oops,
what
sorry.
is
No, you're good.
scoring of
Scoring of personality inventories. So ability scale learn.
Alright, and then
We got a lot done.
yes.
So worthwhile?
Yes, very much.
Are we friends? Because my instruction has not been what I would call clear.
Can I take a picture of the focus? I missed a couple things.
Well, I don't like being a bad teacher, so when I am